So hello and welcome to another episode of Oblak Gaming. Today we're going to be doing another reaction video. They recently released a video on crafting. It's going to be a very quick one. I didn't realize it was only a minute long. I probably should have just watched it and got it out the way. But I'm going to watch it and let you know my thoughts as we watch it. And let's see what they're talking about. Let's go. Actually, I didn't check if the audio is going to pick this up. Let me just put you on hold a second. All right, so let's give this a watch, shall we?
2 years out here.
All right.
I've forgotten what afraid used to feel like. The search had gone cold over a year ago. Then I found it. It wasn't in any database. It wasn't from any
Look at
rec
that
we
ass.
logged. Authorization confirmed. So I did what I do best.
All right.
Improvise.
That's how it was. Oh, you slide it indeed. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, so I'll just come back to here. So I guess, do we need a crafting update? Yes, we definitely need a crafting update. I think there's a lot of crafting stuff that actually I will put out a call here. Does anybody know where to get the Rocktropia blueprint book? Because I desperately need one and I can't find one anywhere. I have looked on Rocktropia, couldn't find a vendor selling blueprints that I could buy from. So if you know where that is, if you can get me one, please grab me one, and I will. I'll sort you out for it. So that's the first thing. So yeah, I mean, crafting. It could do with a bit of an update. There's a lot of items out there that don't have much meaning. If they sorted crafting out, it might actually help sort out the economy a little bit. Um, but it, I guess because it's such a confusing thing right now with so little data on it and things like that. It makes it an opportunity for those who do understand it. So I guess that's kind of one of the key things. If you do update it, or they do update it, then I guess it's going to make it a little bit easier for people to figure out how to craft and what to craft, and what items are needed to craft. But anyway, I do think it needs an upgrade. I would be interested to see an upgrade. For those of you who watch the channel, you'll know that I do some crafting. I don't do a lot of crafting. What I do craft for the most part is, so explosive projectiles. I churn those out all the time. I've started doing some muscle B now because there's a quest that requires it around here. Um, I do the filters every day. I don't do the cubes every day because the amount of mats to go into the cubes are quite expensive, and just for one token, it's not really worth it. But I do need to make some tokens for the for the armor, so I'm just trying to figure out whether or not I go down that route. And then what else? I do the sconce dowel blueprint thing every day for the daily quest there. And then I've got some recycle scripts, but what else do I do? And then I've made some bonding liquid. This bonding liquid's up to 35%. Um, what else do I do? And then I make some of my own bits and pieces for the guns. So what I've been collecting is I have been collecting. So I do have some Matrix stuff. Look at that. I need to get those out and get them sold. But so I have been. Where are we at? I got loads of duplicates at the minute. I need to throw some of these things away, um, or get them sold. The problem is they don't sell very well, so it's just you just end up collecting. They end up collecting dust, like protective coating. It's like four of those. I don't need four of those. I need one. I need to stick it in a book, and then I need to forget about it. Um, so anyway, so I make the scopes. So I do like making the scopes myself. I use them when I'm big game hunting. I don't really use them for general stuff. Um, and then I make the accuracy enhancers and the damage enhancers at the low end myself. Um, yeah, the T1, T2. So I usually do T1, T2, T3, and T4. I haven't really done many T5s at the minute. Um, but I'll work my way through those. And then at the other end, as I said, I do the R matrix. I make the 17Ps for myself. I still got 52 clicks of that, and I make the 4Bs myself. But I haven't actually used a 4B for a while because that's on the frontier, and I've been burning through Maludes, and the Malude uses the A102. So anyway, that's the thing. So I mean, I guess is there a? I'm just gonna go look and see if there's anything else to go with that video. So give me a second. Let me go look around, see if there's anything to go with that video, like a actual something we can read, because the video itself clearly is it's just it's just created. That's not gameplay. It's yeah, it's definitely not gameplay. I wish it was. All right, so there is some blurb to go with it. So upcoming update, crafting, crafting UI, blueprint cleanup, and more. So let's have a quick read through this and and see what we think. So today we're excited to share some information, update on crafting. Won't spill crafting. Oops. Won't spill all the secrets. Fine. So overhauled UI functionality. Oh, that would be cool if we could actually see what is required to craft to go into it. That might be cool. Can I zoom in on that? Let me make that bigger. Oh no. No, they're not letting me zoom in. But okay. So they're going to give us a crafting tree, and you'll be able to see which blueprints you have and which ones you don't. That would be pretty good. Missing an ingredient. It will show you how much you're missing. Okay, fine. And you can buy straight from the auction house. Yeah, okay, fine. And those of you who hoard a lot of blueprints, I don't want to hoard a load of blueprints. I want bloody Rocktropia book. Um, wasn't the best for filtering. Yep. Anyway, okay, so they're going to put filtering into the. Yeah, I mean, you saw there. I was trying to figure out which ones I had, right? So if there's some kind of filtering, that might be good. Um, and then data session log outputs. That would be good. Yep, yep. It'd be yeah. We do need to be able to export the data so that we can figure it out and understand what our returns are. And then cleanup. What do we got? So at the end of last year, we talked about ongoing projects looking into items and balancing, how we're developing internal tools and systems to better balance. Key part is the crafting economy and resources. Over the last 20 years, yeah, many blueprints are garbage. Um, and that's when things are maybe ingredients are removed and no longer obtainable. Yep. Hundreds of such blueprints still exist. Yep. See if they're still obtainable or not. Okay. And we'll be fully removing any blueprints that are gathering dust that are not possible to craft and fairly compensating owners in the process of this update. Oh my god. That is a fight waiting to happen. What is fair? Ooh, okay. With this out of the way, we'll be following immediately. the cleanup of lootable resources 2. Removing any resources that do not currently have a purpose in game. This will help to consolidate and ensure. Oh, huh. Okay, so this is. I mean, I've not been playing that long, but I would guess this is long overdue. So what they're talking about here is actually in their database. There's probably thousands of items, and of those thousands of items, I'm sure probably half of them are no longer used for crafting. And so what they're talking about doing here is cleaning up all the items that are no longer used and removing them from the loot tables. And basically then they'll just be TT fodder, I guess, or nanocube fodder. Um, so that so they'll be taking them out the loot tables, which is good. So we'll no longer be looting crap. We'll only be looting things that are actually actively used in um, blueprints that are on the market. This is a huge job. Somebody must be going through the database, looking at all of the items that are craftable, looking at all of the sub items you need to craft them, look at all of the items in game and trying to figure out what's needed, what's not needed. I mean, that's a lot of work. If you can pull it off, props to your mind arc. I am sure there's going to be some unhappy peeps along the way because we're going to be throwing some stuff away here. And what MindArc thinks is, what was the word they used? Fairly compensating owners. Yeah, what MindArc believes is fairly compensating owners, and what the owners believe is fair compensation. Probably a gap between those two. So I guess we will see how that looks. Do they give us any indication on the date, or is this just a upcoming update to crafting? So no, they don't. So this is because what Unreal Engine is upcoming as well, right? Anyway, they've been pretty good recently. They have given us some good content updates. So hopefully this comes. Again, this is something that they need to fix before we move into a new system, because cleaning up all the crap from this system is definitely a step in the right direction. Anyway, that's it. Crafting, UI, blueprint, cleanup, and more. Fair compensation to gamers. Good luck with all of that, MindArc. Definitely good luck with all of that. And I hope to bring you another video on this when we actually get a little bit more information. And yeah, let's hope this gets executed well. Yes, let's hope this gets executed well. I'm not having out too many hopes at this point, but let's see. Let's hope they can figure it out, compensate us actually fairly, and then yeah, we will see what we will see. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye bye for now.